Hey everyone, for today's Tip Tuesday we're going through an Echeveria, and the one that I've picked out today, which is fairly popular, it's called shaviana Hime, and it looks absolutely stunning. You can only just sort of see it in the video. You can see it's a beautiful pink colour. The tips, the edges on them are like a fluoro pink. It's absolutely stunning. It's related to Echeveria neon breakers, which is another beautiful plant which we may do in the near future as we'll show that, do a video of that plant. So I just thought I'd go through this one today. You can see here we've got some plants that we've got available for sale at the moment, and they look absolutely stunning. You can't actually see the colour, the true colour of what they look like through the video, but they're a stunning pink colour with those fluoro edges, as I just said before, in our mother plant here. So Echeveria, they're currently in and out of dormancy at the moment, so if you get any temperatures over 30 degrees, these guys will go into shutdown mode to try and protect themselves from the heat of the season. And when it gets a little bit cooler, say under the 30 degrees, they'll start to come out of that dormancy and go into growth. So bit of care for them. Well, with lighting first, so Echeveria in general prefer quite a well-lit sunny spot. They will struggle a little bit in the late afternoon sun, most varieties. We tend to find ones that have like a white powder on them, like an Echeveria Canty or Lowy. They have quite a heavy farina powder on them, and that's kind of like a sunscreen. So that's designed to help them, protect them from the sun, the direct sunlight and the UV. So they're a little bit tougher. They'll tend to, withstand that more sunny spot. Whereas most of your other varieties will probably require a little bit of shade cloth over the top of them just to protect them and get them through. So yeah, so they'll be really happy with morning sun up to lunchtime, maybe early afternoon is perfect for these guys here. So yeah, so with watering at the moment, the best thing to do is just check your weather report, what sort of temperatures you're expecting through the week. But generally this time of the year, it'd be once a week. If they're going into growing season, so like in the spring, early summer before it gets too hot, even autumn, but early autumn before it gets too cold, these guys will be growing, and you can do them once a week, even up to twice a week even. But once they're dormant, so like middle to late summer, and even through late autumn, most of winter as well, they'll be sleeping. So you want to cut back on that watering. So you may do once a week watering at the most, up to around once every fortnight will be fine for these guys. Because they're in and out of dormancy at the moment, you can still get away with applying a slow controlled release fertilizer on them. You can also use your organic fertilizers like Blood and Bone and also Dynamic Lifter. Just be careful that you don't put it in amongst the rosette, as that can cause a bit of burn. So just really important to go around the outside or just lift up the rosette, the leaves, just like that. And you can just put some in the pot if they're growing in the pot. If they're growing in the garden, well, you may have a little bit more space to put that around there, around the plant. Very important as well, this one here, the mother plant has quite a fair few dead leaves in the bottom of the rosettes of the plant. So we'll actually remove all of them. That's really important for ventilation. You want good ventilation going throughout the whole plant, particularly underneath. That allows all the moisture to evaporate that's sitting on top of the potting mix, as they can cause rot. And that's probably one of the most common ways of killing succulents is too much water, and they rot on you. So yeah, really important to make sure you provide good ventilation, good airflow, and they'll be pretty happy. With I also recommend if you're doing any fertilizing to also apply a seaweed solution. So it actually isn't a fertilizer, but it's more of a plant conditioner or a soil tonic, and very good for root development, which is super important for all succulents really. And it also helps to really toughen them up to get through the season, particularly now we're in summer, almost end of summer actually. Next week, mid next week is autumn, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, really good with help preventing pests and disease as well, which sometimes they can be quite prone to getting, some varieties. And yeah, it's really good with providing good, healthy microorganism activity even in your potting mix, but also in your garden mix as well. So yeah, important to make sure that you use a really well drained potting mix if that's what you got them going in your pots. If you got them in your garden, then I would highly recommend really good, well drained. So you can use more minerals, so like your gravel, you can use organic, not organic, sorry, decomposed or crushed granite works really well. Some pumice, you can use scoria, pea gravel, all that sort of thing, and they'll all help to get that moisture away from those roots as quickly as possible and allow oxygen so those roots can breathe. And yeah, that's mostly about it. They're great plant. Highly recommend this if you haven't got it in part of your collection. Stunning, got a stunning rosette on it. Beautiful little crinkly, frilly leaves on it. That I really like the fluoro pink color on the edges of the leaves. It's absolutely stunning. I don't know whether you can. I'll see if I can get it a lot closer to the camera, and you might. Yeah, you can kind of just see it there. So the beautiful pink color. Highly recommend it. Great plant. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. If you're going into potting them up, you can kind of get away with it now. Just make sure you check your weather, what the temperatures are doing. But if you want to be on the safe side, then probably wait till early autumn. That way we start getting below those 30-degree days. They'll start pushing a bit more growth. That's okay to pot them up too, and get some extra root growth into them and a little bit of plant size before they go into dormancy through winter. So yeah, hopefully you found that helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll get to them as quickly as possible. Have a great week. I hope you're super excited like I am for next week as we go into autumn. It's a beautiful time. I think particularly with Echeveria, as the weather cools down, these guys will go into dormancy and then they'll start showing off even more color. And I love Echeveria through winter. I think they're absolutely stunning. You get to see their true colors, what they look like. So yeah, hopefully you're having a good week and we'll catch you the next Tip Tuesday. See yous. Okay, get it.